All right. Hello, book lovers. Welcome to You've Got Red on You. I am your host, Will Sterling, and with me today is the devilishly handsome, multi-Stoker winning Teacher of the Year of my heart, Robert Ottone. Hi.
Hello, hi. How are
Hey,
you? Hello, hello, hello.
I'm doing great. This is like the best way I get to spend my evenings. Yeah, I
I'm
love it.
coming to you from an angle of my office that's not normally seen.
Yeah, talk me through this because this is glorious.
So my walls are purple. There's sparkle paints mixed in with the purple because I like glittery, sparkly things. I have bookshelves in like five or six rooms in the house, but I have six bookshelves, seven bookshelves in this room alone. And normally you'd only be able to see one behind my desk, but I wanted to be able to at least see a couple of them, so I have options so you could see me move around.
Yeah, perfect. You understood the assignment.
I try.
Um,
Try to be a good boy.
I gave you like the slimmest of all possible introductions. Would you care to elaborate on your bio for us? For anybody that's unfamiliar with you somehow, uh, who the
Yes.
hell are you?
My name is Rob Ottone. I am the Bram Stoker Award-winning author of The Triangle, as well as There's Something Sinister in Center Field. I'm very honored by both of those things. I have both of them up in my house, not in my office. Um, and I'm also a teacher. And by the time this comes out, the cover and pre-orders will be available for my new book, The Navigator, which is coming from Undertaker Books. And that's the third part in my YA trilogy that started with the book that I won the Stoker for, The Triangle. So it's the third and final part.
Awesome. Okay, we are absolutely coming back to that. The Navigator. I think that's the first time I've heard that title.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm really proud of it and really excited about it. I got to be super cosmic with it, and it has an ending I'm very happy with.
Yeah. You know what? Screw it. Let's talk about this now.
Okay.
Wrapping up trilogies is always kind of tricky. Did you have the whole trilogy mapped out from the start, or did you kind of write book one and it like left a couple of loose threads going that you were like, I could circle back to that if I did go through this? Like, what was that process like?
I had how it was all going to end mapped out, and the rest was just filling in the blanks. And I knew there were certain things that I wanted to do. In the first book, I wanted to be super weird and cosmic. In the third book, I wanted to be super weird and cosmic and dark. And I knew in the second book, I wanted to have a huge battle, like a huge battle sequence. I was thinking of like the Lord of the Rings trilogy in a lot
Okay.
of ways. So my second book has like my version of the Battle of Helm's Deep in there, and this third one has a huge battle as well. But it's more abbreviated, even though it's possibly scale wise bigger, but it's a more abbreviated battle. But it gets very weird and cosmic, and has the protagonist really coming face to face with some of the classic Lovecraftian deities.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay. Um, Game show time though. Let's get into some book recommendations here. For anybody that this is your first episode tuning in, here's kind of how the game's played. I am going to ask Rob to give us a book recommendation. I'm going to give him a prompt to recommend based on. Sometimes those prompts are pretty straightforward things that everybody's used to. Sometimes they get really abstract, and we're just going to see how Rob handles it. But the rules here, he is going to have 30 seconds on the clock after I read the prompt to find that book. If he cannot find the book on his bookshelf, he cannot recommend it. He can only recommend things that he has in hand at the end of the 30 seconds. So that's where it gets a little dicey. Hopefully, this gets partially chaotic and he's racing back and forth and we all get to laugh at him a little bit. They're all going to laugh at you. Um,
Awesome. I
but
can't
how's
wait.
that feel? You ready to play?
I love game shows. I'm in it to win it. Let's do it.
Yes, the prize, if you successfully pull off all three of these, is 300 internet points. So high stakes, high stakes.
I love internet points. Mm.
All right, we're going to start off with a straightforward one, though. So if you are ready, then I want you to find me a book that, in your opinion, does not get the attention it deserves. And go.
Mm, mm,
He's
mm, mm, mm.
looking. Ooh, I have tattoo questions now too. I think that's
Oh,
the
do
first time
you?
I've seen that one.
All
That
right,
looks like a Bowie smiley face. Oh, and he's got it.
I've got one.
14
This is a
second.
Watchmen. It's a Watchmen smiley face.
Watchman smiley face. Okay, with the blood splat. Yep. All right, what you got for us?
I have a book that inspired me so much when it came out, and I feel extremely honored that the author signed it and sent it to me. It is Charlene Elsby's Musos. This book is remarkable. Charlene is one of my favorite people. She's one of my favorite authors. This book is so dark and really explores sort of the deteriorating mindset of a guy who really can't control himself. It's really somebody completely unrestrained. It's not like American Psycho in that it's like a guy who's struggling to keep it together or like has a mask of sanity kind of thing. This is a character who is just pure like monster, pure monstrous. There's nothing redeeming about them. It's an ugly, super intense, scary book. And it is in my opinion, it's Charlene's best. It's definitely my favorite. She knows this. And actually, when this came out, the cover, as you can see, it's like sort of a person with like a void
Yeah, can you
for
bring
a
that
face.
closer? Give us the money shot.
Yeah,
Ah, it's
how's that?
just in the shadows.
Oh God, yes. There, how's that? I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
There we
So,
go. That we got it a little.
all right, cool. So yeah, this was a very limited run book, but I'm sure if you look hard enough, you can find it. If you reach out to Charlene on Instagram or something, maybe she has a box of them laying around. I don't know, but a complete masterwork. I actually reached out to her and begged her to send one to a friend of mine, and she was sweet enough to do it. So I'm very thankful, and I adore her. She's in Canada. I don't get to see her nearly enough. Easily one of my favorite people, and I'll be begging her for a blurb in the future.
Nice. Awesome recommendation. And one last time, what was that book's name?
Oh, Musos, Musos.
All right. Musos. Um, intermission question. So I'm looking around your library here. You've got a lot of stuff other than books hanging out. What
Yeah.
is something cool that you would like to show off to us?
So this is my Miss Piggy piggy bank, and it's extremely suggestive. As you can see, she's kind of pulling her shirt down and showing
Uh-huh.
cleavage. This is
Yep.
an actual Muppet, like official Jim Henson Company item, and it's extremely racy for Miss Piggy. I don't like she normally serves, but I don't know that she serves quite so sexual as this piggy bank. I mean, anything you put your coins in between there is a bit much.
Yeah. The Muppets were always like a little bit it, what am I trying to say here? They were
Well,
good
sure,
at sneaking the adult jokes in among the kid jokes so that like
that's true,
we're
but
we're happy too. But
they do
that's
that. You're right.
yeah. Okay, Miss Piggy. Cool. All
My
right,
wife,
you ready
yes,
for a more abstract question now?
always.
All right, let's get weird with it. So, you strike me as a man that knows a good cocktail.
Mm.
If you were to go out for a drink tonight, what would you be ordering?
Um, it's kind of cool out, so I'd want something heavier, something a little on the warm side, maybe. So I would probably go with an old fashioned. Um, there's a wonderful restaurant by us that makes a maple bourbon old fashioned that I love. I could drink those for days.
Okay, so here's the book question then. Can you find me a spooky book that reminds you of a maple bourbon old fashioned?
Ooh,
30
okay,
seconds on the clock. Ready, go.
yes.
And you reach him like that took you 4 seconds.
Is that right? I could take a little long. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to let me see if I have it in here.
All right,
Oh,
clock's
I
back
do.
on.
I do. I have it right here. I'm going to hold off on that one,
Okay.
and here's what I'm going to show you instead. All right. This might be cheating a little bit, but this is an anthology called Even in the Grave.
Okay.
Okay. This was edited by James Chambers and Carol Geisander, who run the New York chapter of the HWA. Now, full disclosure, I do have a story in here. However, I don't care about my story in here, but my friend John Collins has a story in here that is without a doubt the best story in this anthology. No tea, no shade to anybody else. I love everybody in here, but John's story is the showstopper. It's called Old Spirits and Fine Tobacco. And
Okay.
I've never read anybody like hit the Peter Straub button as hard as this. Um, it's truly remarkable. It's a couple gentlemen getting together for a cocktail and cigars and pipes and stuff like that. And then one of them just disappears. It's a very strange, very supernatural, dripping with eerie story. And every time I read it, and I've read it probably a dozen or so times since this came out a couple years ago, I'm just floored every time. And John has a novella out right now called The Leeds Point Horror, and everybody should get it. It's the perfect book for spooky season. Get it immediately. He's amazing. Get this anthology from eSpec Books. You could tear my story out and throw it away if you want, but read everybody else's, but especially read Old Spirits and Fine Tobacco. It's like the perfect bourbon cocktail.
Okay, no, no, no. We're sitting here. So what is the elevator pitch for your story in there too, for inquiring minds?
Oh, yeah. My story is about a young couple who go to a lake, and they're sort of at like, they're not like in a rut, but they're also at the same time not like hot and heavy kind of thing anymore. And they go to this lake house. It's the young woman's lake house, her family's lake house rather. And a horrible accident happened there when she was a teenager, and she's sort of haunted by things that have happened in her past while at this lake house with her boyfriend, and then eventually her sister, and her sister's boyfriend come as well. And it's just a pretty terrifying, strange story that's very loosely based on the legend of the Lady in the Lake of Lake Ronkonkoma, New York, which is on Long Island, where I'm from.
Nice. All right. And then you had another book that you had started with, like your gut reaction book. But let's throw a ton of recommendations in here.
Yeah. So my gut reaction book, to me, is the greatest horror novel since The Exorcist. It's the novel that we're all going to be chasing until we're all rotting, stinking in the earth, and it is The Fisherman by John Langan. Um, This also feels very much like a really nice, warming cocktail on a cool night. Um, I read it at least once a year. John is my hero. He's one of my heroes. And I get choked up every time. I'm even getting like a little choked up thinking about it. But it's just a beautiful story about two guys dealing with loss and where that loss takes them and their grief. It's the ultimate, I don't want to call it grief horror because I hate being reductive and saying this is this, but it is, it's the best horror novel since The Exorcist, in my opinion.
Big praise. Big praise. And yeah, John reminds me of StokerCon now because you were kind enough to make some introductions, and that was like the coolest experience.
He's the best. I'm having lunch with him tomorrow.
Nice. Where y'all going? What are you getting?
We're going to a place called the Vinyl Room. It's me, Sam Rebeline, John Langan, and Dennis Mahoney are all because
Nice.
we're all upstate guys, so we're all getting together and gonna have a little lunch, have some cocktails, buy some records, that kind of thing. This is a cool restaurant because they have like a records area. They have really fun, cool cocktails. It's a neat place.
That sounds like a terrible way to spend a Saturday.
Of course.
All right, and then I'm gonna go to you with the kind of dealer's choice for the final question. Do you want another abstract one, or do you want to get more like straightforward with it?
Let's get abstract.
All right, let's stay abstract. On top of a man that knows his way around a good cocktail, you also strike me as a man that probably likes RuPaul's Drag Race.
That I do. Probably more
So
than anything on the planet. Yeah. Other than my wife.
I've seen the posts. We've interacted a couple of times about it, but let's say hypothetically your library is a season of RuPaul's Drag Race. Looking around, which book can you find that has the pizzazz, the confidence, and the style to win Rob Ottone Paul's book drag book race?
So Mother Rue would say the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent to
Damn
win
it.
the RuPaul's Drag Race. So this is like the ultimate, right? This is the one that hits everything.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. I love that. So again, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. It's kind of an obvious choice, but House of Leaves by Mark
Oh my
Danielewski.
gosh.
Yeah. Find me a more unique book, you won't. Find me a more charismatic book, you won't. Find me a more nervy book, you won't. And find me a more talented, creative dude than Mark Danielewski right now, you won't. So, yeah, I gotta go House of Leaves, Mark Danielewski. This is the book that scared the shit out of me during my college years when I read it. It still scares me. I was invited to do a read along with a group of people during COVID times, and I didn't do it. I bluffed my way through it because I remember it so clearly. Um, yeah, this book wrecks me. It's very strange. I hesitate to just kind of call it a straight up horror novel. Um, but yeah, I gotta go House of Leaves. It's still kind of the high watermark of weird fiction, I guess, in some ways for me. Look, mine's so old it's ripped. Crazy. But yeah, no, I love House of Leaves. I'll always love House of Leaves. But I
I
think
think
that has this is and those of you who watch Drag Race, this is the Sasha Velour of fiction. Um, hits everything you need it to, does everything well, flies a little bit under the radar, but will always win in the end.
feel like House of Leaves falling apart in your hand as you're trying to flip through and read it is like also very on brand for it.
It definitely is. It definitely is. I remember when I got this book, I bought this at a what was it? It's Borders Books, back when Borders Books was open. And the guy who sold it to me, because I said I wanted something scary, but also something that's not like, the usual stuff that people buy. And this is what he recommended. Now that same gentleman works at the Barnes and Noble by where I grew up. So I had my Vile Thing We Created book launch there with Clay Chapman, and I saw this guy and I was like, hey, you sold me House of Leaves when I was like 17 or 18 years old, and I love it. And it was remarkable or whatever. And he was like, that's so crazy that you remember that. And I was like, yeah, dude, you're kind of unforgettable because of that. So it was very cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Love that. Good words. Good full circle moments in life. You gotta love them.
for sure.
Um, so that kind of brings us to the end of our episode here. So, like I said at the outset, these are short and quick and kind of to the point of fun. But do
If we
you
have
want
time, do you want to ask me the other question that you had?
Oh yeah, let's do it. So
This is the
the
bonus round.
bonus round, lightning round, double Jeopardy, whatever. Um, the more straightforward question that I kind of like ending on because everybody can kind of wrap their head around it, and you'll have something here is which book can you think of that got so much hype and deserved all of it?
Yeah.
Kind of the counterpoint to the opening question of which one flew under the radar, which one should be on all of those best of lists. Oh,
So,
what did you just pull out?
yeah, this is something I don't even have displayed in my office, but I have it in my office, and this is there's a spider on it. This is the artifact edition of Watchmen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is one of my most prized possessions. I love this. It stays in the box, but I will show it to you on your show. And this is the greatest comic book ever written. There will never be anything better. We are lucky to live in a world where this was written and exists. And this was hyped up beyond belief before I read it. When I read it, it was a perfect, transcendent experience. Remains exactly that. And I love it. I love Watchmen. I have a tattoo of Watchmen. I might get another Watchmen tattoo in the future. I don't really know. But that's the one that lived up to the hype.
Yeah. All right, we made it full circle back to the tattoo. Speaking of full circles,
Yeah.
what would the second tattoo be?
I posted a picture of it today on my Instagram, but it's Ozymandias with his hands up that says "I did it," and
Oh, I love it.
I would get that on the other side because the comedian and Ozymandias are my two favorite characters.
Nice. Thoughts on the movie adaptation?
I love the movie adaptation.
Yeah.
It's the movie, it's the movie that made me love Scott Snyder. I almost said Scott Snyder, Zack Snyder, because I hated 300 and I hated Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
But then after Watchmen, I really warmed up to him, especially as a creative. And then I went back and reanalyzed 300, and I actually do appreciate it now. But I like Zack Snyder a lot, and I have a lot of love for Zack Snyder because I know he has a lot of love for the DC Pantheon of Heroes in the way that I do as well. I know he gets a lot of gruff from people, but yeah, I'm very happy with that movie. I have a on the other side of the camera, I have an original Watchmen movie poster of the comedian lighting his cigar with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite things. I have some Amanda Connor artwork of Silk Spectre hanging on the wall, original artwork, autographed by her. I have a lot of Watchmen stuff, actually. I have this whole curio cabinet behind me is Watchmen stuff. I have the comedian's guns.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
I'm
you
pretty
are in
crazy
it
about
then.
Watchmen.
All right. So signing off then. Could you remind everybody just one more time who you are, what you do, where they can find you on socials, all the usual stuff.
I am Robert Ottone. You can find me on Instagram at Robert Ottone. RobertOttone. And follow me there. It's the only place I really have any fun. Follow me on Letterboxd. I would love it if more people would follow me on Letterboxd because I have a lot of fun writing reviews on there. And it's like weird reviews. Sometimes it's like one word. Sometimes it's like paragraphs. It's crazy. So yeah, follow me on there. I think it's the same at Robert Ottone, or you just type Robert Ottone. Either way, it says like Spooky Boy, Stoker winner, or something.
Okay.
Um, my new book, The Navigator, I think will probably be out or right about to come out by the time this drops. So I hope you pick it up and I hope you like it. And yeah, just follow me and look forward to more exciting things to be announced in the future. And that's kind of all I have.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll behind the scenes, we'll get together and try to time this right around that launch. So everybody listening here, go find the pre-order link. It'll be the last couple of seconds to hit that button, or just go buy the thing. Um, so yeah, Rob, thanks for hanging out with me. It's always I'm breaking everything. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure. God damn it,
Thank
we were
you for
so
letting me on
close.
your show. I love this. I love this idea. This is the best. I'm so glad you're back doing stuff like this.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you were a frequent flyer on Killer Mediums back when I was pretending I could be academic about these things.
That was a great podcast, man. That was a great podcast.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, for everybody you still sitting around here, what are you doing? Get back to reading. This has been You've Got Red on You. We'll see you next time. Woo! Theme song music that I don't have yet.